Hello everyone and welcome to another episode of Solar Sidekicks. We are in regional Vic today in Albury-Wodonga and I'm joined by Pat Southwell, my co-host, and I'm excited for a ripper episode. How are you?
I am great. Thank you, Lauren. I'm really looking forward to this and it's good to be away.
Yes.
Good to be away from Melbourne. The weather gods haven't looked after us too much, but that's okay. I'm pretty happy to be up here. It's nice and cozy where we are.
Yes, and we're nice and rugged up with our new merch, which is pretty cool.
We are. It's been
And
really
we're on
good.
the road. We're on tour, which is exciting.
For sure. Look, before we get into anything, I'll acknowledge the traditional landowners of where we're recording this today. I'm not sure who they are, so we'll just leave it at that.
Yep, sounds good.
Okay. All good. Well, would you like to do the intro for our guest?
Yes, I'm very excited to introduce this man sitting next to me. Everyone, welcome Justin to the podcast.
So Justin Lewis from Peak.
Yes, Justin Lewis from Peak. Sorry.
Welcome, Justin.
Thanks for having me, guys. It looks like you brought the weather with you guys from Melbourne.
Absolutely.
The drizzle.
Yeah, look, it's okay. It's actually pretty cold up here. It was a bit chilly last night.
Mm.
It is what it is. We're in winter. So not many panels going down today, I wouldn't think.
No, bit wet and dreary.
Yep.
Good stuff. Well, before we start, let's do you want to have a quick chat about the rebate? How that's been going? What do you reckon, Justin? Have you guys been busy with installing heaps of panels, or it's installing heaps of batteries?
Yep.
So we're talking about the cheaper homes battery rebate. Yeah.
Yep.
You've been doing heaps since July 1?
Yep. So I think our battery sales have nearly doubled or tripled since the introduction of the battery rebate. And then if we did have any jobs that we had sold batteries for, they pretty much came back and said, let's add another 1 or 2 modules.
Yeah, hearing a lot of that.
Awesome.
You've got to make the most of the rebate because you only get one go with it. Go at it.
Yeah,
Yep.
for sure. Yeah, what do you reckon what's the motivation for people to do it that you're finding? Is it money? Like, let's grab this government money while it's available. Like, you get one crack at this. Has that been like the main thing, or have you people like it's the times now? I've waited a while. The times now. What do you reckon?
I think it's more so the excitement. So obviously when people start talking about rebates, it triggers people to actually think about batteries and their interest would go with it because it's such a big announcement. If we look at the financial figures for like return on investment, say batteries used to be 8 to 10 years for the payback, and then the warranty is 10 years, even though it probably will last longer than 10 years.
Yep.
But that's a sort of financial side of it. So once you start including the rebate, you can start getting it down to say 5-year payback. So people, when they're investing in solar, it's all about return on investment at the end of the day. So say solar was averaging 3 to 4 years, batteries are 8 to 10, but now if you start scaling batteries down to 5 years, 5 to 6, it's starting to make a bit more sense for people to
worth it.
start doing it. So yeah.
Or you can have batteries for free, which I've heard about. There's a couple of I've heard. I was on the phone to someone this morning and they told me that I think there's a battery that someone's doing, which is exactly the same as the rebate. So they basically just got to pay for the installation. So I've heard this is happening and it's no good. Sorry?
I'm sus on that.
Oh, of course, for sure. Well, the issue is it's not free because they're going to have to pay someone to rip it out. When it either doesn't work or the installers, aren't around to look after their warranties and all that sort of stuff. So
I think we knew that those sharks were going to come, but it'll be interesting to see what brands they're going to be pushing. I haven't seen any yet.
Yeah.
You want to share the brand?
I can't remember
Hey, you'll be seeing it.
I don't actually know. I will. I'm happy to say the brand, but I just can't remember who it was.
Is it Volt?
I don't think so.
No, not Volt.
No, I don't think so. It's pretty newish, I think. Anyway, whoever it was rang me this morning and said that it is happening.
Right.
So
are you going to inspect it?
Yeah, I was going to say you're going to see.
Oh no, it's not that. No, it's just someone in the industry who was talking to me about it. Yeah. So I don't know. Maybe they knew we were recording today and just wanted to get a plug to say that these things are happening.
Yeah. Well, if anyone's installing a red back, I'd definitely be careful.
There we go. Cha-ching. Oh, where's our lawsuit going to come from this week?
Yeah, just something to be mindful of. There's a fair few warranty cases.
No, absolutely.
I had a few people message me after the other episode the other week saying that, oh my gosh, we're in the same boat.
I saw that post on Facebook and there's all these people going, yep, me. Oh, yep.
That's concerning, isn't it?
It was like an avalanche.
Yeah, that's really concerning and really disappointing.
Any luck with that? Have you had any?
No one's reached out either.
No one's reached out.
The battery and the inverter is still sitting in our warehouse.
So what are they saying? Like, we're waiting. We're waiting for management.
Waiting for higher up to address this.
What the hell?
How much higher does that need to go?
Yeah. That's insane, isn't it?
As well as everyone else's cases as well. So.
Oh, well, it's certainly buyer beware though, isn't it?
Absolutely.
At the moment.
Yeah. Do your research.
There's going to be a lot more of this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, there
That's
is.
the problem.
There is.
Yeah.
And what I'm finding as well, like on a lot of the forums at the moment, is a lot of people are jumping up and down saying, don't sell your soul to the devil and all this sort of stuff. Don't, if you're a customer, you need to pay the right amount so the installer can service it, all those sort of things. If you're an installer, make sure that your retailer, if you're working for them, is paying you properly.
Absolutely.
And all these companies are just trying to push the pricing down all the way. Like I've had it as well. I've had people try and like push my inspection price down, like in the last week or so. Yeah, well,
Really?
Yep.
Wow.
I'm not caving in.
No, why would you?
no.
No, I'm not caving in because it rips away the integrity of the industry. I feel like, and if we start devaluing our work, then
That's
we're
really disrespectful as well.
I know. Well, then we're part of the problem, right?
Yeah.
I feel like we're part of the problem. And all these people. Here we go. I'm on my host now. All these people who are
Get into it.
well, all these people that are saying, who are all these people selling cheap batteries, all this sort of stuff. Like the way I see it, like I like to quote people who write self-help books, right? One of them is Mel Robbins, and her latest one is called Let Them.
Just let them go.
Let them go. Hey, let them go. It's buyer beware. They know there's enough information on Facebook, on Google, solar quotes, wherever you want to go. There's information everywhere to look at this sort of stuff. If you're going to buy this cheap shit, then
Yeah, you're going to suffer.
yeah.
Let them.
Let them.
Let them.
That's it. No, that's it. And they're going to have to be paying later on. And, that'll be probably another income revenue for the people who are doing the right thing.
Yep.
So that's how I see it.
Oh,
Okay.
who's the loser out of everyone here? It's the end consumer.
That's right.
Once again. Yeah.
That's right.
But they're doing more than they were in the past. Like we're talking auditors, TechSafe, SolarVic, all this stuff. They're doing more than they ever have. So that's a positive note in that light.
For sure. Definitely. Well, we're going to wait to see still what's going to be happening with the inspection regime from the Cheaper Homes battery rebate. We don't know what that's going to be yet. I actually got approved to do that, which is cool. Yeah, so I got that last week, I think it was. So that's cool. I'll be doing battery inspections now under the new scheme. So looking forward to that. That's going to be good. We don't know what rate it's going to be. We haven't seen a checklist yet. We don't know. So, but there's
Do you reckon to be similar to a SolarVic checklist with 100 items or so?
Look, I think it will be similar. I would assume, excuse me, I would assume that CER has consulted with SolarVic because the SolarVic program has been around for a while now with batteries. I would assume CER's consulted with them and say what works, what doesn't work.
Yeah. Imagine if they did that with Backstop.
Yeah, consultancy and industry?
Yeah, no.
Yeah. But
mind blown.
Yeah, I know. Well, we're still seeing, that's it. We're still seeing these, whether it's peak bodies or industry bodies or government departments, not really, just winging it. Well, it's not, they do their consultation, but they seem to leave out the installers. Is that a theme? Do you reckon that's a theme?
Yeah, that's on point. That's
definitely.
on point with solar in general.
Yeah, which I believe really sucks.
Yeah.
I believe
sometimes inspectors are also the last to know things as well.
Yeah, well, that is true. And sometimes that affects their livelihood too.
Yes,
so which is a shame. Which is a real shame. But hopefully there's some people out there wanting inspections done.
Well, we heard the statistic in December. Apparently, there was a inspector. Do you want to digress into that, or?
Well, there's maybe
Well,
sure.
Let's say we've heard that there was an inspector who did 200 odd
something along those
inspections.
It's a lot, isn't it?
Yep. In the month of just December.
Bunch on Christmas Day as well.
Yeah, within 20 on Christmas Day.
Something like that.
Do you reckon that's possible, Pat?
To do 20. Properly, to do 20. Is it? No, hang on. Let's say, is it possible? Let me see. All right. We do have 24 hours in a day. To do it properly, no, because you really need sunlight to be able to do solar inspections. Look, if they're batteries, if they're just batteries, I'd say, if it's batteries only, I'd say it's possible for sure. I'd say it's possible. I'm not saying I would go doing that. But
how long are you expecting a battery inspection to take?
Depends. I did one yesterday that took like 10 minutes. Because it was just a battery add-on and there was already a Powerwall 2 there.
System's fucked, isn't it? No, I'm joking.
USB coming now, mate. Don't say it. He's coming.
So this one, all they had the Powerwall 2 already installed and they got an extra Powerwall 2. There's hardly anything I had to check. So it was
So
pretty
maybe
easy.
that is possible if they're all within the
Yeah,
one street or the one
Yep.
region. You never know. Maybe it can be done.
yeah. But if it's, I don't,
200 in a month though,
geez, I'll tell you what.
in December.
Yeah, I know. You'd have
It is, but think about it. It's daylight savings. I mean, in daylight
Yeah.
savings, we're doing an extra 2 jobs every day.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, we're starting earlier, finishing later. There's more sunlight, so you never know.
But it's still like that's a lot. That's a lot to get around. That's a lot. I don't know.
Someone's got to give.
Yeah, that's right.
If it's real. Yeah.
But
You might having that much work. You might have that much work coming your way.
maybe you never know. You never know. Well, I'm tipping that a lot of the inspectors you think should be getting pretty busy.
Yep.
Brings me to a topic I want to talk to you about, Justin. Actually, it's something you want to talk to me about, I think, which we've sort of spoken about a little bit. So what's inspections like in the rural areas? Like you've got, so there's a general concept that in Victoria that inspectors, there's a shortage of them, right? Now, for me, I don't believe that there is in the Melbourne area. I believe that maybe there's a shortage. Well, I think there's a shortage of inspectors that will want to do it for $150, right?
Yes.
So I think there's a shortage of that, which is, I'm fine by that. But when you're talking about actual number of inspectors, I think you can work your deal out with the inspector and you can go do it. Rural areas is a different story, right? Because they're doing more Ks. The jobs are generally further apart.
Yep.
And look, where you are in the Wodonga area, I mean, it's a bit of an urban area. Like it's like there are people around, and you're probably doing a lot of jobs around here, but you're probably also doing ones that are, I don't know, 100 Ks away every now and then.
Yeah, so what is the region as well? I wanted to clarify that. How far up or down do you go around?
Pretty much like within an hour and a half.
Hour and a half.
Albury-Wodonga region.
Yeah.
We do say we have an existing client and they do, like it's within, say, 2 hours and it's pushing it. We will do it on that regard. But when you start getting 2 hours, it's like travel there, travel back, you're 4 hours round trip.
It's half a day gone.
And then imagine if you do the job, the inspector goes there, fails one thing, it's like, 4 hour round trip, just go fix it.
Yeah, just to fix
then
it.
an audit happens again.
Oh, same thing.
And then warranty issues if there's ever an issue.
See, this is it, isn't it?
Yeah.
This is it. So, I mean, this goes again to the companies that come in from the city and go to these country areas, just install a whole heap.
Yep.
Turn up, like they get sold by a sales company, turn up, they install a whole heap, and then there's no one around to, that's it, and never to be seen again.
See you later.
Yeah.
Yep. But in regards to the inspectors around here, like at the moment, there's 2 that we have available.
You got 2 kind of in this area, have you?
In our area,
Is that it?
2 that we can use. There's one, I wouldn't really use him again. And the reason for that is he would take 2 to 3 weeks to get to a job. And then after the job, I would have to ask him for, hey, how's it going? Is there anything we need to fix or can we get the certificate? And then he would then give us the defects that we had to go fix. All right, so by week 3 to 4, we're then fixing the defects, send him the photos, don't get a response, and then we've got to chase him for the certificate as well.
Too much time.
So we've had like a month, like 4 to 6 weeks just to get a certificate from day of install. So that's not good for the client, not good for us. Cash flow, S2E15,
of course.
solar rebates. So realistically in our area, there's only one. He's retiring in the next few years.
Yeah, okay. Yeah.
Then we're fucked.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so are these inspectors like pretty reliable though? Like they will get round and they're good communicators and that sort of stuff, or do they just not give a shit and
there's
they just want to drive around and go there when they want?
No, the one is really good.
Yep.
The other one that I just explained, not so much, but I think the one is really good. The other one not so much. Like I sort of just went into.
You can't really tell them what to do either. They kind of run their own race.
Well, the thing is, you don't have to.
Come on.
Well, that's the thing. If you have less competition, which the inspectors do,
that's right. Yeah.
They can get away with doing shit work because what's the other alternative? You don't have one. So, it's the concept.
Yeah.
Competition creates good prices and also better. Everyone has to improve themselves to get the sale. So better for competition for clients and all that sort of stuff. So the inspector issue is really bad. I think one of the main key points regarding it is, which I can go into New South Wales versus Vic as well in a second, when you talk about apprenticeships and where you want to put your apprentice, whether it's Vic or New South. I'll start with the inspection side, but if I wanted to get my inspection ticket, I would have to go to Melbourne a lot.
Yep.
And I'm 3 hours from Melbourne. So I've thought about doing my inspection ticket, but then you start investigating how much you actually have to go to Melbourne for all the courses, testing. Yep. if you fail the test, you got to go back down. All these
accommodation,
things.
if you don't have family there.
It's not friendly to anyone rural. So I think that's why we have the regional shortage, is that it's just not viable or applicable to us to do so much to get down there. When they brought out the RE ticket, I wish they sort of separated that from G class, where you could do solar inspections as RE only. So you can get RE certified, but not so much G class, which I'm not interested in sort of 10 power generators for off-grid, but 10 power setups, new switchboards. I'm not interested in any of that. If I was to do inspecting, I would just want to do solar because that's my lane.
Sounds like exactly what I'm doing.
Yeah.
So I'm not interested in that either. I'll just do the odd board upgrade because like...
You just do it to keep it?
No.
Is that attached to the solar though?
Well,
usually?
Most of the time it is. And there's like one or two guys who they've got board upgrades and they sort of know me and they know I'll turn up and all that sort of stuff. So like they call me up for board upgrades. Only a handful though. And then they're not doing solar anymore. But I only just do that to kind of help them out. Right?
Exactly.
But I'll do a board upgrade when there's when it's attached to solar. I'm not doing mains upgrades.
Hell no.
That scares the shit out of me that I'm going to miss an SIR or something like that. So I don't do them. It's just solar and batteries. That's all I want to concentrate on.
Out of curiosity, do you have to do anything to keep? Like, is there a minimum board upgrades you would have to do to keep it?
No, there's not. So there's they brought in CPD with, all ESV stuff CPD, any ESV license. So if you've got an A-grade electrical license, you've got to do CPD every 5 years. And then with inspectors, it's the same. You've got to do CPD every 5 years so I've got to do that for my G class, and then I've got to do another course for each endorsement I've only got one, which is the RE endorsement. So I've got to do that.
So it's just CPD, it's not actual.
It's just I think it's
work and
no. I think it's a 4-hour course. I think it's a 4-hour course, which is good. It might be a little tick and flick maybe, but it's actually good to get in the classroom and speak to other inspectors. It's a good.
That's cool. I think it's good that you guys have to do that as well.
Yeah, it's good. I haven't had to do it yet. And I think mine's coming up soon because I've been inspector for just over nearly 4. I think I passed my exam like 4 years ago yesterday or something.
Congratulations.
Something like that. Anyway, but it's interesting how you're talking about it, detaching the G from the RE, because when you talk to people at ESV or whoever does these licensing and makes these decisions, they see G as being the fundamental for being an electrician, and then RE as being that thing on top. So they're sort of saying, well, if you don't know your G, you shouldn't be doing RE anyway.
Isn't that just like solar? I mean, isn't that just like becoming an electrician?
It is.
Electrical.
Yeah, but honestly,
you do your solar ticket. It's the same thing.
I'm really glad Justin brought this up because I was the same when I was going for my LEI. I'm thinking, why don't they just have a solar LEI? Like, what the hell? Why do I have to do all this shit?
Well, do you reckon with auditing, say if you had auditors from SolarVic who they used to be electricians, not G class.
They used to be.
Would there be some of the electricians in there who were doing it properly? They would be pretty good at doing just solar inspections. So say there was a separated license between G class and RE. Some of them would have been good enough, you reckon?
Yeah, probably. Yeah, some would have been good enough.
But some of them were shit house as well. Terrible at it. So but it's a valuable point that I find.
Okay, so why do I have to know what a bloody wet area is in a mechanics workshop, and if I can put a weatherproof power point or some bloody variable speed drive switch or some other shit, why do I have to know that, right? Before to know whether I can put a DC isolator on a roof or whatever, or put DC cable in conduit or whatever. They're totally irrelevant.
What if you're installing a battery at this mechanics workshop and they want to back it up?
Well, there you go. Well, that's the thing. That's all I need. That's what I would need to know. Yeah, exactly. So I totally agree with that, and I think that would be a really good solution for ESV to be able to do that, to offer the RE as separate to the G. Yeah, because see, this is the other thing, right? You go down to Melbourne, you go through all the bullshit I went through, right? I only had to travel. Half an hour to do my exams, and I only had to travel 2 hours to do my tutorials, right? So you're going to be heaps worse than that. And bad enough for me.
And how was your path to get your G class?
It's shocking. It was shocking.
Imagine if you threw 3 hours traveling. Well, that's the thing.
Hear that?
It was shocking. I failed the GPRAC 4 times. And they make it really, really difficult. They make it really difficult. So I was given my RE. I was like grandfathered through because they were starting the RE, and the people who were who they thought qualified, they gave them like a dual recognition, or recognition prior learning, whatever it was. So I got that, and that was all fine. You'd actually now have to do a separate exam for your RE on top of that.
doesn't sound like I'm going to do it when I'm regional. Fucking not a chance.
Yeah. So unless they did have support in these regional areas.
So this is where I wanted to follow on with when we start talking apprenticeship in New South Wales versus Victoria. Every single company on the border puts all their apprentices through New South.
Is that right?
Yeah. Well, the thing is though, when I did my when I got my A-class electrical license, I did mine in Victoria because I lived in Bright at that time. So we went to Wang for take.
Yeah.
So when I wanted to go for my ticket, I had to come down to Melbourne and do the whole testing down there. And it was anyone who was local to me in the TAFE class pretty much said, if you fail, you've got to drive down 3 hours. But not only that, but before we did the actual A-class, the prac test, we had to go sit in, get learning to learn the test itself because it's so different to anything taught in TAFE. So we had to pay money to learn the test that's not officially a part of the ESV, but if you don't do that, you're not going to pass because of how different it's set up. Yeah. So there's 1 week just in that. Yeah. Then you've got the test again. So you're wiping out, 2 weeks to get your ticket. But if you fail that test, then you've got to book in for the next one. Come back down, you've probably already forgot all the stuff you've learned in the first one. So when we're talking New South Wales, they can get their ticket from Albury. Yep. They don't have to go to Sydney. Yeah, they can get everything in Albury.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Everything's done in Albury. Sense. They can just drive.
Of course you're going to go to Albury then.
Yeah.
Of course you're going to go.
Would you go to Victoria? Why would you go to Melbourne?
Yeah.
Fuck that. What's the point?
Fair.
Yeah, that's a good point. That's a good point. So I wonder why there's no because Wodonga is like a pretty big place.
Yep.
Right. It's a decent regional area. I don't know. It's probably about I'm guessing about the 7th or 8th biggest city in Victoria. Probably. I don't know. It's something like that anyway. Yep. It's a decent size. Why isn't there the support?
Well, I don't know if Wodonga does the electrical TAFE, and that's funny. I don't actually know if they do it because you don't want your apprentices to do Victoria because it's so, if I think from an aspect of an employer, I want to have my boys local. When it comes time to getting their tests, I want it to be as easy as possible it is for them. And then I don't want to lose them for operations because they have to go to Melbourne.
Yeah.
So if I have just those criteria, it's like New South Wales instant. You wouldn't even second guess it. Yeah. That's why I don't even know if Wodonga TAFE offers electrical. I'm not sure because it's not a consideration because of how bad the setup is for how metro focused the inspection G class and then A grade is. It's really doesn't cater to regional. This could be different for the A grade class since when I did my time probably 5 years ago when I got my A grade. Yep. It could be different now. I could be wrong in saying that, but from what I understand, just from a perspective from the past, everyone goes to New South Wales for that exact reason.
Yeah, you would.
Yeah,
that makes sense.
Yeah, absolutely, you would. Why would you go to
That's
Victoria?
Interesting that it's not here.
Yeah, it's
I could be wrong.
Really.
I could be wrong. It could be they could do classes a regional. I don't think they do, but I could be wrong there. I'm not sure.
Yeah, right. But to not even be able to sit your test, you have to go to Melbourne to do. You've got to do it in either. I think it was either North Melbourne or Mulgrave or something like that. So you got to go to Melbourne to do it. I think they did have some support. They had a random place in Castlemaine or something like that where you were able to do
tests. Still a fair bit out the way.
Yeah, I mean, you're better off going
to Melbourne.
You're better off going to Melbourne. Yeah, interesting. Yeah, that's. It's not really fair for regional people, is it?
Well, that just leads onto the G class thing as well. That's why we have a shortage up here, is because it's not really friendly. If you said to yourself you pretty much gave up on doing the G class test with how hard it got, imagine if you had 3 hours travel.
Yeah, that's it. It was hard enough for me. Yeah. Honestly, I nearly threw the towel in. Yep. It was ridiculous.
Yep.
It was probably adding to it a little bit. I was doing it through the middle of COVID. Yeah, it was everyone was. Yeah, it was a little bit depressing and stuff as well. Yeah. I mean, it did give me something to focus on through COVID, which was good. But it was, I still feel sick thinking about that time. To be honest, just keep you go to bed at night stressing about the exam you're about to have, and then you wait. You think, you've done pretty well in the morning, and then you get your result back, and you're like, you just fail, and then they tell you, and that's some.
You have to get 100%.
No, you got to get 75.
Oh my god!
But then it's some bullshit that you've done wrong. You've done a word wrong or something, and you're like, "Come on, man! I know what I'm talking about. Yeah, you know exactly what I meant. You just by talking to me, And they're like, "No, the wording has to say this."
Oh my god!
It's like, "Come on, man!
That's shit."
Yeah,
you wouldn't do that anyway because it's not like you can inspect your own jobs.
Yeah, well, I don't I know that part, but I don't know the depth of it, but yeah, it does create another barrier to like, which it's fair enough though. Like inspecting your own jobs, you could see what would happen. If you get away with that. Yeah,
but I'm sure there's plenty of installers up around here and within a few hours of this area that could do with another inspector.
Fucking open, without a doubt. Like once this guy retires, that I reference as being a better one than the other one, the alternative. It's fucking concerning. You want to move up, mate? Or
maybe
start looking now.
Do a couple of days up here a week.
Yeah, if you bundled a few jobs together, I think that would absolutely make it worth your while.
Yeah,
it's drive.
Yeah, I know.
In a petrol car.
I've always in a petrol car. We're going to get to that after. Oh well, let's get our first break and we'll talk about your car trip up here. Yeah, all right. I think it's been a good start. Pretty happy with that. A couple of funny jokes as well. All right, let's go to our first break. We'll be right back in just a few moments.
Hey solar installers, struggling to keep up with CPD requirements? At Southwell Solar Training, we're here to make it simple. Our online courses are designed to give you the knowledge you need without the sales pitch. With an affordable subscription, you'll unlock access to our growing library of technical courses, covering everything from inspecting older systems to spotting installation defects. Learn at your own pace, earn CPD points, and stay ahead in the industry. Join us today and start learning smarter, not harder. Visit www.southwellsolartraining.com.au and get your CPD the easy and affordable way.
And we are back from our first little ad break, water break, chill break.
That was good.
That was really good. We just went straight into it.
Yeah.
No holding back, were there?
Different format with you, Justin.
Yep.
Yeah, it's good.
I like it.
Yeah, it was good.
A bit more laid back as well.
Yeah, for sure.
Straight to the point.
Yes.
Yeah.
Was it no filler, as we call it?
No, straight in there.
No filler? No filter?
No.
No, a bit of both. Why not?
Same.
We got no idea how we got into solar. We don't know any of that. We didn't ask any of that.
No one needs to know.
I think I prefer it like that.
Yeah, that's good. Lauren, you drove up here yesterday.
Yes, sure did.
Yeah, so you were, I think you started the trek about half an hour behind me.
Yep.
And then you ended up a bit further behind.
Yep.
You want to tell us about your little trek up here?
Well.
Yeah.
Just preface, I love EVs. I love them. I love my car. I feel like I'm a huge advocate.
You are a massive advocate for EVs. You drive one. Yeah.
Yeah. And I seem to go from A to Z, Geelong to Limbrook. Like I do a fair few Ks in my car.
Yep.
And it is always been faithful to me. Mm-hmm. But so, yesterday I left at about 1:30, which was always planned. And I did put in the address where we were staying. I was like, I'll just go straight there and I'll stop somewhere along the way to charge. And my planned charge was always going to be Benalla. But it didn't take me up the Hume. It took me through Yarra, which is a beautiful drive.
A beautiful drive without charges.
Yeah. Pretty much. Yeah, but I was still going to get to Benalla. It was just going to take me. It was actually, I think it was something like 26 minutes faster than going through the Hume. So something must have happened through Melbourne. So I'm like, whatever, we'll go that way. And so plan stop Benalla, I'll jump on the laptop, I'll chill out. And the charger at Benalla did not work.
So what was the go? What happened there? Like you turned up?
Yes, you turn up and I've got an app called PlugShare.
Yep.
And you don't have to sign up. Well, you can sign up to it. Mine's a free membership and you just pretty much have a look at all the EVs around.
Yep.
And it also tells you whether they're a Type 2, a plug-in.
Yep.
So it's really handy information. Anyone having an EV, I would definitely recommend it. And it also tells you
if it's faulty.
No, it does not. It tells you if one is available or unavailable. And if it's unavailable, that's usually just means someone's plugged in. Yeah. So
you rolled into Benalla with how many %?
I rolled into Benalla with about 30%.
Yeah. Okay. So you're still all right. You're still like, that's like, you're like, okay, cool. Well, I can get to it.
Yeah. I'm like, all right.
It's annoying. But
could you make it or not?
Hold on. And then the next one was 26 Ks away or something like that. And I'm like, all right, cool. I should be able to get to the next one. So it took me to 2. The first one I went to, I didn't really look at it. I just put it in there. I'm like, I'll go there. And it was a truck stop and it was a PowerPoint. So took it a slow charger. And I get down to 17% and it's
starting to get into territory now.
Please plug in. Yeah. Please plug in. I'm like, oh, okay, cool. Yep. Next one, BP Pulse. Please plug in. Please plug in.
So do you remember where that one was?
Glen.
Yep.
Glenrowan, is that
Yeah.
what it is?
Glenrowan.
Yeah, Glenrowan.
So is that the Macca's on the here?
Yeah, there's actually one on either side.
Yeah, there's one on each side.
Really
Yeah.
cool. So
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, okay, yep, another 11 minutes worth of driving. Awesome. So I keep going up there. Keep in mind, my last 10% is pretty sketchy. I know. I've run my car to the ground because I wanted to test it. The last 10%, you don't get 10%. It goes from 10 to 4 to 0 really quickly.
Go flat?
No, it didn't go flat, but yeah, I rolled into the first one I plugged in a BP Pulse. Didn't work. Thinking, what the fuck is going on here? Like, I'm just going to stay here, plug in. I'll just sleep here for the night. I'll go up tomorrow. And yeah, so I moved down to the next one. Moved down to like the next car park over.
Yeah.
And yeah, it just kept saying, please plug in. And then I finally got it working at BP Pulse. But again, 4 chargers available. The first one faulty, didn't work. And lucky the other one worked. So I was a little bit stressed out, and I left everything in my car, and I just didn't want to unlock it because I didn't want it to stop charging. So I just stood outside there, and I'm like, this is bullshit. Like, this is annoying, especially because it's never happened before. And
It was freezing cold too.
it was freezing cold. And I was just like, you plan your stops. Like, this is what you do when you have an EV. Like, you do have to do a little bit of, a bit of prior planning. So I was a little bit annoyed. But
So let me ask you, right? You haven't been to a petrol station in a long time, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. And that was the first time you've had to go for a little while, I'm assuming?
pretty much.
Because you just charge at home normally or at work?
Yeah, charge at home or at work.
So even going through all that ordeal you went through yesterday and ended up being late for dinner and all that sort of stuff, is it worth it?
Yes.
It is worth it?
Yes, I still love it.
Good.
It was still awesome, but I just think that the apps should probably speak, well, be able to document something like it. It is all online because how do you know if one's unavailable?
Yeah.
So you should be able to report if one is faulty as well, because I wouldn't have stopped at Benalla, I would have kept going.
Yeah.
But it said one was available. EV Networks as well, which is also a really good one.
So it was like ways where you can report.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That would
How
be
cool would that
awesome.
be?
Yeah, that would be awesome. So yeah, it's a bit frustrating.
Yeah. Any learnings from that? Take the
maybe
Hume.
just take the
Take the
Hume.
Hume.
Yeah, take the Hume. Even if it's going to make you 26 minutes later.
Well,
just
you
take
wouldn't
it.
have, but 26 minutes.
Probably would have been the same.
Yeah, it would have
outcome.
been, and you would have been less stressed out.
Yeah.
I think I sat at that BP Pulse and I got it up to 85%, and I just thought, all right, let's get on the road.
Yeah.
But yeah, you start,
85, that's pretty good.
yeah, I think I was only there for about half an hour. Yeah, it was pretty much charged.
Yeah.
But now you start turning off the seat warmers, you start turning off CarPlay, and you drive in eco mode. And when it starts saying please plug in, that's when I probably get a little bit stressed out. I'm like, oh, okay, this isn't good. But that's okay. And then you said take your foot off the brake. I'm like, that's not how my car works. You take the foot off the brake.
I said
I
take
changed
your
that.
Oh, foot off the accelerator.
No, I changed that for you.
Did you?
Yeah, in these settings, I turned it down.
Oh, cool.
Because there's a regeneration braking.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was set to high, so I put it to low for you.
Oh, thank you.
No,
There you go.
what I actually meant was take your foot off the pedal. Like I said, don't
yeah.
be such a lead foot and use all the power. That's what I was trying to say to you.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, when I do that, it just ramps down completely and it stops. So I'm like, oopsies. Thank you.
Oh, that's quite funny.
Yeah, it was pretty fun. I messaged Bridget. I'm like, hey, I'm actually going to be late.
Yeah.
Might need a tow.
Yeah.
Well, that's actually what I was
more worried about.
I was worried that because I was half an hour ahead, she's going to ring up and go, can you just go back down the road and grab a tow rope on your way through?
Just like turn around and come
Yeah,
get me.
just come grab us.
Would have sat in the back with the boys.
Yeah, they would have loved it. They would have loved it.
Would you get one, Pat?
An EV?
Yep.
Yeah, I'm trying to do it now. Like it's just it's my next big thing. So yeah, we're getting our solar finished off next week.
Yep.
And once that's done, like it's a decent purchase kind of thing.
Yep.
Once that's done, yeah, that'll be the next project, getting the EV. So
What brand?
I'm probably going to get a Kia EV5.
Yep.
But I'm still open to
The Shark.
Yeah, so what are your thoughts on the Shark? Because our installer, Josh, he just got a BYD Shark and he doesn't have a canopy yet.
Yep.
He's pretty much towing panels or a trailer most of the time. And he's found that his kilometres on it are just pretty pox.
Yeah.
So what are your thoughts?
It's not great for towing, is it?
Nah, terrible.
it's not-
So I have heard and read, like, because I'm in the forums on Facebook with the Shark owners.
Yeah.
So just disclaimer, I own one, just so
Yep.
everyone's aware. So when I've seen the statistics, when you're towing, they basically go to the worst fuel consumption out of every
Yeah.
vehicle. So our ranges currently sit at probably, 12, 13, 14 litres per 100K.
Yep.
But when you do the Shark, it goes up to about 30 litres per 100K when you start towing
Ooh.
a trailer full of gear.
What's that about a ton? Is that towing about a ton?
Ton and a half, two, something
Yeah,
like
okay,
two,
yeah,
well,
yeah, yeah.
one, depending on
Whatever
what's in
it is.
there. Yeah, whatever. So yeah, 30 litres per 100K. I know what 250K is what Josh is
So-
probably
Yeah,
experiencing.
that's pretty
So, but that's the
shit.
thing. Like you can tow it. It will tow quite easily, but it's not a towing. You don't buy that vehicle for towing.
No.
It just can tow if you need it to.
Yep, correct.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think he properly looked into that because, I mean, quite often he'll go to a job and, one of our many 5-panel jobs and he'll just slap up 1 or 2 on his own. And he's going to have to pretty much carry a trailer 24/7 now.
Well, it wasn't really publicised, the towing results, really. They just claimed the 7 litres per 100K. It can tow 2.5 tonne. Good to go, but no one
Start putting weight in it.
Yeah, no one knew about the fuel consumption.
Yeah.
So, but apart from that, it's a phenomenal car to drive, like EV drivetrain. Yeah, it's just smooth, comfy.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, it is pretty.
I didn't think I'd be driving an EV hybrid, let's call it, this soon, but here we are.
You have to put petrol in it much?
No, because I just charge it at home on solar. So I don't I'd only sometimes drive it for like work, don't ever tow vehicles with it. So it's mainly for just around town. So it's got like 90 to 100K range. Yeah. It's perfect for it. And then if you do happen to go a bit further, you just go to a fuel station, top it up, and you don't have a Lauren happen.
What? I don't know what to do with myself either. I'm like, what do I do? Just walk around? Like, just sit down in the servo?
Just freeze.
Oh, God. It was so funny because I was just getting phone calls left, right and centre. I'm like, can you just shut up? Just leave me alone. Stop calling me. Just
Oh, that's funny. Oh, that's good.
Love the MG.
Very good. All right. Well, do you want to? Should we have a little chat? Should we have a little chat about demerit points and compliance stuff? What do you reckon, Justin? You want to have a chat about that?
I feel like this is going to put me off getting my license.
No, I think it's good.
It'll hopefully improve by then.
Yeah.
Let's go with that.
I think it's good. We can talk about how when there's compliance activity, and if you get, I think there's a perception out there that a lot of people think, and this is when it was the CEC as well, that if you get your 20 demerit points, that you're out of the program and you're going to be cancelled. I think that's what a lot of that's a perception that people think.
So can I just also clarify, because I'm a bit new to this.
Yeah.
If you get defected for something or demerited for something, is it 1 demerit point per item, or is it like a speeding? So it could be 4, it could be 3.
Depends on the item.
Okay.
So an unsafe is 10.
Whoa.
Yep. Unsafe is 10. If you get a rectification required, if you've got to go back and rectify something, it's 6. And then there's minor non-compliances, which can be 1 or 2. That's my understanding. Now, I don't know if that's changed. This is what it was like when I was at the CC. I'm pretty sure it's the same. So I'd be happy to be corrected on that, but that's sort of what we're looking at.
And who picks them up? Inspectors?
Yeah, it depends. So, again, I'll talk about what it was like at the CC. I don't think it's changed much, but SAA would receive reports from whoever they are. Now, whether that's like ESV, I would say the Fair Trading New South Wales, but I don't think they do too much of it. But yeah, or the ESO maybe in Queensland, or it could also be from a DNSP if they do some sort of inspection regime. Or Solarvic,
TechSafe.
So a TechSafe audit with Solarvic, or like a TechSafe audit.
CER
inspection. Yeah, CER. Yep. TechSafe inspection in Tasmania, those ones.
So there's a fair few.
Yeah, there's definitely a few.
After you.
Oh, absolutely. There's a few. And if they get information that something is not quite right or whatever it is, they'll look at the report and they'll act on that report.
Yep.
And they can
issue demerit points to your accreditation based on that. And there's a process that they've got to go through that.
Is it a certain number of demerit points lost in a certain period of time?
Yes.
Yep.
You
hold them. Any demerits you retain for 2 years. 2 years. And then you renew. It's
like your driver's license. You get them back.
2 years. Okay. After 2 years expire, they go off your record, and then just new ones coming in and out in 2 years.
And so no rectification required. You've got no chance to fix it, or do you still have a chance
to fix it? So if you get a 6-pointer, you have to, like, if you get a rectification required, like let's say you put an inverter on a wall and it's not fixed to the wall properly or something like that, and it has the potential of falling down, that'll be a 6-pointer. So you get a rectification required notice. So you have to go back and fix that, and then you have to show proof of rectification. And if you don't do that, then they can take further action and suspend your accreditation, even if you're only on 6 points. So it's one of the things in your accreditation that says that if you get asked to rectify something, you have to rectify it.
Yep.
Does it seem a bit harsh?
So I reckon it is. So my actual, this is what my prelude is. So my opinion about inspectors when I first went out on my own and started the business is an expense. Pat is an expense to the business, essentially. Why the fuck do we need him?
Yeah.
Where like, well, the thing is, when we're in New South Wales and Vic, the border, we go 5 minutes up, we're in New South Wales, fucking free for all. Let's go.
It's a Wild West.
Doesn't matter. Panels overhanging ridge caps in valleys, who cares? We're all good. Clamp zones, not a thing. That's the mentality. And then in Victoria, because you got the inspections, obviously it's a very high quality work. And unfortunately, that is a reality when you sort of get the mentality of installers that if you're in New South Wales, we're in New South Wales, should be right.
Yeah.
That's the mentality.
Yeah. So this is living proof of like why it's a good thing in Victoria, because you've got people that are going to be, I mean, if you're going to be watched, you're going to be doing a better job. You're going to be having a better result for the customer. Things are going to be safer.
So this is where like my opinion about inspectors, like I said before, is an expense essentially. So I thought it sort of found it annoying, especially for cash flow. Like you're talking certificates gated behind an inspection. So you have STC credits, and it's worse now with batteries, especially cash flow reasons, is gated behind the inspectors. So once you put in factor that there's a shortage of inspectors, that's another thing. I've already gone over that, but when I first did business, like you guys, an expense, it's annoying having you sort of come out and inspect jobs like cash flow and all that sort of stuff. So there was a job where I got a TechSafe audit from.
So it was a Solar Vic job, was it? Solar Vic audited?
No, it's TechSafe.
Yeah, so TechSafe do the
CER.
Oh, CER, okay.
CER.
Yep, they do.
It was a CER audit that went to site, and when we did the installation, we installed the inverter on brickwork.
Yep.
When I received the audit report, it had actually been installed on Axon cladding. So clearly someone had gone back, pulled the inverter off, reinstalled it after they'd changed the building material. That wasn't us. So when the auditor went there, I got done for an unsafe against me for a loose DC cable inside the terminal that had heat resistance. But
was that heat damage inside that? Yeah.
There wasn't any damage so much. There was just sort of a build up of heat on the conductor because it wasn't terminated properly.
That is classed as unsafe.
Yeah. So I got done for an unsafe, and when I went to what's the first stage, draft? It went to draft. So I sent all my responses to the company that did it. And when I sent all the responses through, they acknowledged that it wasn't, that the building material had swapped and all that. So when it went to the final report, they never sent through any of my responses. So I actually got done for that. That's when I reached out to you in the past just to ask for your help with that part. So that's where I went to ESV, said, hey, this is real. Like I've got all these responses here, but going through all the stress induced from that report and that incident, because it got an unsafe against my card and that like my license, and that's a very serious thing that ESV will see that and they're going to go, all right, you need to be fucking investigated. Like we're going to check every job.
You got to check every job.
So
absolutely.
When that all transpired, like my opinion about inspectors actually went from an expense to an asset, because you've got someone on your team double checking all your work.
Yeah.
So if you do have something wrong or going to be a fuck up, they'll get you before TechSafe or anyone, and they're not going to do it for demerits because they're on your side. So it's a positive reinforcement from inspectors that you're doing a good job. So I was against inspectors, but after going through that process, my value from inspectors with the paying the expense and all that, it's a very valuable asset.
Yeah.
It's an asset at that point.
Yeah.
So I was against it. Now I'm for it because I've gone through that heartache and headache and all the stress induced from that.
That's not a nice thing to go through, especially if you haven't done the wrong thing. It's not very nice.
And that's where it's in the, like, from an installer's perspective, it's not really well evident or clear from SAA that once you build up 21 demerits, your license goes in for review. It's not so much get 21. It's not a car license where once you get your demerits gone, you lose your license for 6 months. It's not that. It goes in for review. So
don't you get like golden point or something? Have you heard
the 1 point challenge. The 1 point challenge
for a year.
Yeah, 1 point challenge. Yeah.
So are we talking to a couple of people who've been in that situation or not?
Yeah, my dad's in it.
Oh, your dad?
He always loses it.
Yeah, right. Okay.
So
yeah, but it's not like that with SAA. It's a bit different. Yeah.
And it's not really well known for like installers like us. Like you see on cutters, you'll see post frequently like, oh, fucking demerits a label, and it's like 3 demerits. It's like literally it's one label. Like what if I get 10 more of these or 7 more? I'm done. License is gone. So it would be awesome if it was sort of well known that, hey, your license is going to go in review, and if you deserve to lose it because you need to learn your lesson, see you later. But if you have learned from your lessons and like say 2024 4777 for a 777 got reviewed, like there will be a time frame where installers might not be so up to date with regulations. So these demerits, they could get layered on top, and they could think they're going to lose their license. So the amount of stress that it puts onto installers, it's another reason why you see comments like, fuck this industry. Like, Lauren, you saw this from someone that basically you said, we're putting out to people to come trial doing solar, and you got some response saying, why the fuck would they do solar?
Yeah, it's a horrible industry to be in.
And that's where this all stems from, though, because it's not well evident, and it's always, at the end of the day, it's always the installers that get punished for everything.
For sure.
Yeah.
And installing is stressful as it is already.
Yep.
It's actually really quite hard.
Yep. It's a really difficult job. I most definitely it's hard. I think a lot of people don't give installers the credit that they deserve. No, honestly, I truly believe that. And it seems to just be getting harder. And I was saying this same thing like 10 years ago, right? But it seems to have even got harder, a lot harder since then. There's so many things that keep changing. And I think this is, a lot of people do just treat solar installers as a bit of a commodity. And it just can't be commoditized. Like, you're talking real people with real emotions, with real challenges in life. And they're not robots either. They've actually got to deal with, like, so many different stakeholders. It's really hard.
It's really hard.
And there's another...
There's a lot on the line as well.
There's another layer in Victoria. So, like I said about my experience, that was through TechSafe. Once we add the Vic Solar program in, they do 5% of all installations. So you got 5% there. And then you've got TechSafe, 2% nationwide. So now we're getting into a situation where if we have this demerit situation for your license and your accreditation, in Victoria, just statistically, because you get audited 5% more than any other kind, like, well, I don't know about other states, but I'm just knowing from my experience, but in New South Wales versus Victoria, if we're operating in Victoria, we're 5% more likely to lose our license because of auditing, because you might get 5% done. So you might get, say, 3 a year from Vic, 5%, then you might get 3 the same year from TechSafe because they don't register the 5% in Vic.
Yeah.
So in Victoria, we're more likely to lose it just because of the way the program is. Not very fair. Like,
no.
But if you're doing the right thing, it's all good.
That's the thing.
But you're more likely to lose it just because you're in Victoria. It's not really a good approach to the system.
But see, for me, that's an issue with New South Wales, not Victoria.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah. So they're the ones, New South Wales are the ones that need to be lifting their game here, I reckon. Well, it is. They haven't been doing inspections for ages. And you look at the stats in the CER, right? It's, I don't know, I can't even remember what they were. I did a presentation on a year or two ago, and it was roughly, I think it was more than double the CER, the non-conformance rate in New South Wales compared to Victoria. Unsafes were heaps more. It's obvious they don't get watched. I don't know. They don't seem to see it as much of a priority.
You drive half an hour to an hour up, like, past New South Wales border, and every system is worse, doesn't it?
Hey, wait till
so. Imagine the batteries. They're just going to, what about batteries now?
Imagine what Queensland's like.
Yeah.
I don't even want to know.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, that's it. And that's a lot of this will get worse with batteries. But look, hopefully there is a strong auditing regime put in place from the CER, and that will help this. But I think you're always going to find that the stats in Victoria are going to be better.
100%.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Even if it's just having the LEI coming and checking afterwards and making sure that it's right, even just that, I feel like that's a really big tick for Victoria, I reckon.
They're on your side.
Yeah, that's it.
So just another safety net. It's insurance, essentially, like from a TechSafe audit and all that sort of stuff, having them. Yeah. So they're an asset, 100% an asset, where I used to think at the start it was an expense. It's definitely an asset.
Just a question. So if you got demerit points for whatever, does it ever fall back on the inspector? Like, should you?
Okay, so it's interesting. So if you're talking about SAA or the CER, if I've got my LEI hat on, I don't even exist. So no, right? As soon as you bring it back to Victoria with the ESV, 100% it does. So I've got to pick stuff up, and I will be, if there's an issue happening and I've signed something off that shouldn't have been signed off, I'll 100% get a phone call or whatever. Like that will definitely happen.
Will the installers still get the demerit points?
Yep.
Yeah, 100%.
So, but see, this is the thing. As far as CER or SAA are concerned, there's no such thing as a licensed electrical inspector. They don't care. The buck stops with the installer. Right.
Sure.
Right. But in Victoria with ESV, it's a split. Like the buck stops with both of them.
Yeah. Do you get demerit points?
Yeah.
Against yours?
No. Well, I don't, because they don't have a demerit point scheme in Victoria with ESV, and my SAA accreditation. Well, they don't know that. As far as they're concerned, I'm just basically I don't hardly exist. I've just got an accreditation and I don't use it.
What's is there any repercussions, say, for an auditor, especially back in the day when they weren't G-class? There's a lot of people, like say auditors would be just licensed electricians, not G-class. So they'd go to jobs and they wouldn't know what they're talking about, essentially.
Yeah.
Did they ever get in trouble for trying to pick up the wrong, like things that weren't real, or is there any repercussions on them or nothing?
I can't talk to that because it's never happened to me.
Yep.
So I don't know.
Yep.
I mean, I've heard of installers challenging findings.
Yep.
That's certainly happened. And yeah, installers have done that with me too.
Yep.
Which I think is healthy.
Yep.
And
I
it's
think
good.
that's good.
Yeah, I think that's good. To be honest, with the ones that challenged me on, it's been like reasonably trivial, and it's like like you sort of some of the time you see where they're coming from. You either agree or disagree, whatever. You can have your own opinion.
Yep.
I have seen ones where it's been like a real clash of heads and a clash of egos. I've certainly heard about those happening. Yeah. So this is the thing. Like when you talk about CR auditing, some of them in Victoria, like so I'm a CR auditor as well. Some of them in Victoria may be LEIs, maybe not. Right. Some of them would just be electricians with SAA accreditation.
Yep.
Because that's what it is like in the rest of the country.
Yep.
And SAA don't recognise the LEI.
Yep.
So yeah, it's a bit weird how they don't recognise it.
What's the eligibility requirements to be a CER auditor?
So you got to be you have to have your fully licensed electrician, and you have to have your SAA accreditation as well, which needs to be current, and you need to be of a good character and have a good standing in the industry, and you need to be able to demonstrate that
and fill a quiz out.
I can't remember if I filled a quiz out. Or maybe I did. I can't remember. Yeah,
do you often do them? Like you often do CER audits?
Yeah, I do them. Yeah, I do. I do them. I've been doing about 5 years, 6 years, something like that.
It's random.
Yeah, but yeah, you have to be of good character. There's a whole thing you've got to go through. You've got to get like a deed of.
You should do it, Justin.
Do you reckon
you could do it?
Do you reckon they review people on cutters and their comments?
Who's that?
Just in broad.
You're not getting it.
That's the prerequisite. Just look at comments on cutters for people.
The CER.
Yeah.
100%.
Well, you reckon they would actually?
100%. CER.
There you go.
You're not getting it then.
Wow, shit. The trolls on there won't get it.
No, not necessarily. Hey, maybe they need, but that's the thing. Maybe that's what they need as well.
Tell you what, people's true character sometimes does come out online. So
yeah. Yeah, well, I think they want people, because I'm basically representing the government to some extent. I'm going out there with my CER license and saying, like, I've got my CER license, which I have to show, and say, yeah, I'm doing this from the Clean Energy Regulator, and there's a whole lot of stuff I've got to tell the customer and all that sort of stuff, and they're letting us into their house and all those sort of things. So they want people of good character. Like if I was on some murder charge or something, I don't think I'd be able to.
Face tats.
Yeah.
Oh, face tats might be right, I reckon.
Just get solar on your neck.
Maybe. But yeah, they do ask that sort of stuff, and yeah, I had to get it renewed not long ago. Go through the process again,
Interesting.
and they do make sure that you're doing the right thing. But I sent in my LEI license to say, well, yeah, I've got this. Does this count for anything? And there's no comments about anything, any of that.
Interesting.
Because they don't care. They don't care about LEIs. They don't care. So
Bloody Vic.
Yeah, I know. But it's I can see why they do it, because they want to keep it consistent in every state. But I do feel like the CER audits in Victoria are probably of a better quality than other states, because
Look how high the bar's set.
well, the bar's actually, that's right. The bar's set higher anyway. That's right. So, and I know a lot of the CER auditors in Victoria, some of them are either tech-safe auditors or LEIs as well.
Oh,
so they're doing it all together, and they're doing inspection work all the time, like I do. They don't just do it as a bit of a side hustle. So because that's what a lot of them do in other states. It's just a bit of a side hustle. So maybe that is something for you, Justin. Maybe if you want to get into it.
Look into that.
Yeah. You have to start talking like an inspector. You have to start using the right lingo. You have to start quoting standards.
Can you give me a clause, mate?
Oh, mate, I can tell you lots of clauses.
Earthing,
section 5, section 5 AS 3000.
cable sizing.
3008.1.1. That's that's cable selection.
Yeah.
Cable selection. Yeah.
They haven't gone over this in trade school yet.
No, definitely not. Switchboards 2.10.
Can I heat shrink my earth conductor?
Can you heat shrink it?
Yeah.
Well, what's the context?
Oh, I got a backup circuit on to put in a 4-core cable.
Yeah, I can't see why. What you want to join it?
No, I'm just taking the piss.
Well, if you wanted to join, so if you're talking about joining cables, yeah, there's lots of ways to do it.
Yep.
There's lots of ways you can do it. I wouldn't heat shrink it and just leave it out in the rain or anything like that.
Why not?
certainly wouldn't be doing that. But yeah, no, that's something you have to learn as an LEI, learn standards, clauses, and all that sort of stuff.
So do you reckon there should be, say with these tech safe orders, do you reckon they should be, if they start getting the wrong clause on people and they're not, say they're pulling people up for the wrong clause, should they have sort of repercussions against that to learn, or do you reckon they just sort of get a talking to, like, hey?
If you're talking about a tech safe like solid Vic audit, they shouldn't be getting that wrong because it's pretty hard to get wrong.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they'd be getting a talking to. Like I don't know what their I'm not sure what they do, what their disciplinary action is, but I can't see someone who would repeatedly get something wrong would stay in the program.
Yep.
That's what I would think.
Yep.
It's pretty hard to get wrong though because it's all in a drop down. So
imagine if they say your tech safe orders could sign certificates off people.
What do you mean?
Like Victoria.
Mm-hmm.
That'd be nice.
That would be nice. Yeah.
Would be nice. Yeah. Expect a shortage.
Yeah. Well.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, up here.
Do you reckon they'll ever bring it? Do you reckon they'll ever bring it into New South Wales?
Inspecting.
Yep.
No.
You know what?
I wish they would, but they won't.
Call out to any of the older Sparkies that are looking to retire. Maybe get your LEI ticket, help Justin out. I don't know. People wanted to leave the trade but not leave the trade.
And this is an interesting thing, right? This is an interesting thing. So it always has been, the LEI has always been aimed at older Sparkies, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's like, oh, you want to get off the tools here. This is something you can do.
Yep.
I'll tell you what, I don't reckon it's not really an old man's game. I don't reckon, right? I just don't reckon it is because when you're doing solar, so I'm going around to different places, like doing a fair bit of driving. That's fine. You can do that when you're older. I'm going to carry like a lot of ladders. I've got to carry a lot of equipment. I'm moving around a lot. It's
just wait. Justin's got a really cool ladder that you need to look into.
Telescopic one.
I will have a look.
Remember me sending you a photo of that?
Yeah, I know. let me have a look at that. But this is the thing. Like, don't they talk about like people? You're not supposed to go on like ladders too much after you're 50. Isn't that? Have you heard that? Have you guys heard that before? I've heard that. I've heard people say that.
I haven't heard that.
Probably common sense, I suppose.
I suppose it is. But I'm not sure you want guys like in their like 50s and 60s learning to be LEIs. I'm not saying they can't do it because a lot of them can and a lot of them are really good at it.
But maybe getting up on a double story that's quite large on a big ladder on a roof. You never know.
Well, why aren't they targeting for LEIs people in their like late 20s and early 30s? Like, because I think some of them who are really good and really sharp could be great inspectors. They could be great inspectors.
Well, I think it's probably put off just by the course, like you've experienced. I think that's the reality of it. That's me. I can speak personally to that. It just looks fucking hard.
It is.
Yeah. Yeah.
It is.
Yeah.
But then also someone who's older going through the exams as well, like that's more difficult too.
Yeah.
When you're at older age anyway.
But even keeping up to date with like renewables, like you'd see all these new products come in. You'd probably have to look at the manual. Fuck, am I inspecting? Is this right? Like, what's the clearances for this inverter? Oh, I've got to look up the manual.
Check it.
Yep. Got to check everything.
Well,
so
all that's online as well.
Yep.
And you hear all these boomers like, they can't even see their screen of their phone. They're like, oh, is this the right one? I don't know how this works.
Yeah.
Like, sorry, I'm not against boomers either. I'm just, at least there won't be a lawsuit.
No, I think we're good.
I think we're going to go to a final break. And we're going to come back and wrap things up. It'd be an interesting end to the show, I think. All right, well, we'll go to our final break and we'll be right back.
Cool.
Hey solar installers, struggling to keep up with CPD requirements? At Southwell Solar Training, we're here to make it simple. Our online courses are designed to give you the knowledge you need without the sales pitch. With an affordable subscription, you'll unlock access to our growing library of technical courses, covering everything from inspecting older systems to spotting installation defects. Learn at your own pace, earn CPD points, and stay ahead in the industry. Join us today and start learning smarter, not harder. Visit www.southwellsolartraining.com.au and get your CPD the easy and affordable way.
Let's go.
And we're back, guys, from the last ad break. All right, so
That was good.
final section. Let's kick it off.
Sorry, Pat, you pressed the button too early.
Sorry.
Yes, final segment. We probably did this episode a little bit backwards.
It's been massively backwards.
Yeah, which I kind of liked. And I feel
it's good.
We haven't even touched on you at all, Justin, and your journey in solar and what you do, which is completely fine. But yeah, I think you're quite interesting, to be honest. This is the first time I've met you. I've been speaking with you for quite a few months now. Obviously, there's about 4 hours between us. So it was the first time I've been able to get up here. And you've taught me a few things online, which is pretty cool. And we bounce ideas off each other. So do you want to, I guess, tell everyone what are a few things you've learned as a young business owner, a young solar business owner, because it's quite challenging.
A lot of ways to go, directions and intricacies. So I think from my start of my journey in business, I never really did it to make profit or money. That's not my intention with business. Where I came from, it was more so to own the culture. That's pretty much my key to why I'm doing business, why I'm in it, is to own the culture. So if you have a bad culture, it's basically a reflection from the top down. It's the core problem to culture. If it's a rotten culture, it is directly from the top down.
The old
end of story.
The fish rots from the head.
Yeah.
That's true. That's so true. I've seen it heaps. You're right, mate.
So in relation to that, like from my previous employers that I worked for, I would basically take notes from anything that I found as an employee that I didn't really like or go with. I would basically take mental notes. I wouldn't write it down, but I'd take notes. All right, if I was to ever sort of do my own thing, that's not what to do, essentially. It's not rocket science, but apparently it's, a lot of people seem to get it wrong, but it's like just, that's sort of where it came from. So just from the start, not focusing on money and profits, it sort of I think it's probably made me do better in that regard and probably made more money in that regard, because when you talk about employee efficiencies and client relations, it's a higher value when you basically care about them foremost, as opposed to generating money and profit. Like they get paid more, clients get looked after to the best of their ability, like answering calls on Sundays, Saturdays, and then I don't have a split work number and personal number. It's all under the same umbrella. So I can always confidently say to clients, if they ever need anything, like if they text me on Saturday or Sunday, if I can reply, they'll get a response in 5 minutes. So a lot of trust gets built from when we go to meet someone for potential clients, like the trust is built from that, if you let them know that. And then also efficiencies from work colleagues, like instead of saying, oh, they're my employees or my employees themselves, like I always say they're work colleagues, just because the old lords and peasants mentality, that's what I'm very conscious of. And if you're conscious of that mentality, if you get treated like you're a work colleague and everyone's on the same bar, you get a lot better effort out of your boys. And then and
girls.
And girls.
And girls. You got to pick site this morning, everyone, with Justin. So come on.
I saw the photo. It was there. I saw the photo. Happened. I was laying in bed when I got that photo.
You are shit. Yeah, and that's really interesting. I think that also goes into your customer client. I remember you were telling me about this, and I thought this was a really cool concept, and I have actively been trying to implement this as well. So I'm going to let you explain this one, because I think it's really cool.
So when you're talking to clients, or even like internally, when you're talking to other work colleagues, like calling clients is a lot better than calling customers, because essentially if you're talking about someone as a customer, it's like you're serving a burger at Macca's. Oh, how many customers do you have today? Oh yeah, just that customer. Like an ongoing relationship. Like if you start from a client perspective and you reference, oh yeah, we had another client that we did this, a system like this for, just a mental note from them might be, hey, they just said we're a client as opposed to a customer. Like customer is sort of like a one transaction service, like a Big Mac. Whereas a client is an ongoing relationship essentially, and that's what you want when you're talking renewables and solar systems. Is if you sell them solar, if they want batteries, if they want EV chargers. It's an ongoing relationship, so technically it's a client.
And realistically, when you sell someone a system, you are married to them at least the warranty period.
That's it.
At least the warranty
You
period.
have to be showing up when
and the inverter.
Sure.
Yeah.
And even with off-grid.
That's even more.
When you're off-grid, you are that customer's power
You're their DNSP, basically.
You're the distributor. Exactly right. So they are a client. It is ongoing.
Yeah. And
I just want to butt in for 1 sec. What's actually really interesting, I think, we just talk about DNSPs. Remember we had that episode with Powercore?
Yes.
And they were talking about how they call them customers.
Their customers, yeah.
It's
and
really interesting. I called
them
out and said that, are they really your customers when they're not paying a bill to you?
Yeah.
You're just a stakeholder, really. Interesting that you like to use the word client. I find I'm interested in the mentality behind that. Like, is there any inspiration to why did you learn that? Did you learn that from?
Business coaching is definitely where I learned it from. That's where this all stems from.
Interesting. You're going to a different business coach than Powercore then?
Yeah, definitely not.
Can't take
we love Powercore.
No, we do. We love them. It's fine. It's just, I just thought it was something I noticed, but yeah.
One of the other really good ones is like, especially for say our energy consultant team, not sales, like calling them that, like little things like that, keywords, but even saving any potential client number in your phone. Hey, you go, say, let's set the example, which happens commonly. You go to call them and then they don't answer, leave a voicemail, and then you just leave it. And then when they call you back, you see an unknown number, g'day, Justin speaking. Oh, what you could do, you've already got the client's details there, save their contact in your phone. Oh, Janice is calling you.
Yeah. I'm so shit because I did that to you. You called me and you're from a number and you'd called me before. I actually thought I saved it and I'm like, I know this number. I know, who is it? I'm like, and then now I'm like, who's this? And it's just, sorry, man. I better say that number now.
That pest on Facebook, mate. That's who I am.
I usually don't answer my phone anyway, so I'm probably like you actually answered. I know, I'm bad. You're not much better than me. You're pretty bad.
I'm pretty bad.
Like, we call back. We always call back.
I always call back.
I just don't answer that often.
It's because it goes off all day, and then I get in the car and I'm like, oh my God, 12 missed calls. Let's go. Start calling people back.
Yeah. No, that's really interesting that you've got a lot of this mentality from business coaching.
Business coaching, just taking notes from any sort of inspirational things that you see on social media as well.
Yeah.
But it's really positive. I mean, even with you and I this morning, I was only on site with you for what?
3 hours at most.
3 hours, and it was such a fun place to be.
Oh, that's good.
There was a lot of banter. The boys were showing me things. Like everyone was being really welcoming, really accepting. I'm sure you gave them a rev up. So, be nice to her.
Yeah.
And even yesterday, like I replied back to your message and said, like, I envy the culture you've created because, I mean, it's like that at Six Star, but there's not many people that are as lucky as us and have that work culture.
Yep.
And like your boys and even Bridget as well, they're spending 8 hours sometimes together or working for you and, around you and stuff like that. It's got to be a good place.
Yeah.
Solar's already hard as it is, and it is really challenging. So if you're not creating that workplace,
and then
you get the results.
Even for I always see people comment about staff retention issues, but I don't see anything like that.
Good.
Yeah.
One, I think it's looking after your boys. So one of the ways we look after them is if they finish
and girls,
boys and girls, if they finish a job within 8 hours, so they finish it in 5 hours, and as long as they've got the trailer loaded up for the next day, they knock off, get paid for the 8.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's awesome.
It's not rocket science. And the way I learned that is at my former place is it's sort of the more efficient you get at a job, it's actually detrimental to your pay. How the fuck does that make sense?
Yeah.
So you recognize the issues that I had in the past because, we'd finish a job, go get sent to another one, or it'd be, do you want to take a leave without pay or take it out of your RDO?
That is so
It's like, why the fuck should we be penalized for being efficient? So recognizing that to reward efficiency, it generates more efficiencies in that response. And then when we talk about incentives-based structures, even my apprentices get incentives based on kilowatt output per month. So, for example, if we install X amount of kilowatt and kilowatt hour batteries, it basically goes into a big pot, we call it, just all the money, all the incentives from sales and install go into a collection. And then that gets distributed evenly amongst all apprentices, installers and sales.
That's awesome.
So it's when we get to the end of the month, if we install a big number, it's like, hey, we got to this number. Everyone's like, fuck yeah, we got a high number. And then the thing about it is, like, as a business owner, you think, oh, more incentives. I'm paying more out in bonuses, but it's on the double-edged sword here. The more you're paying out in bonuses, the better the business is done that month. So the higher the bonus, the better the business is done.
That's right.
Just fucking thinking about it properly, like it just. Yeah.
What you focus on, you create more of, right? So if you're getting these efficiencies and you're focusing on getting that, and your team's doing that too, it's just going to keep coming and coming. Yeah, that's great. I love it. I love it. That's really insightful. Really insightful to hear all that. So what do you say to the bottom feeders that are punching out the 6.6s and they're struggling on the roof and it's in the hot sun and they're well, not today, but
not today.
Maybe not. So yeah, like. Do you think there's a spot for them in the industry, or do you reckon like it's just shit? Well, this is the thing. Like, I mean, are these people in the industry? Is there a place for them, or should everyone be?
There's always a target audience and demographic. Like when you're talking, you always get the common one is like low, mid, high tier clients. So those bill buster deals that always go to the low tier clients, like they're the ones usually, do you really want that client? You lose the job and and then internally you say, do we really want that client?
Like I said, let them.
Let them.
Let them. But I think what's important is you found out what works for you, your team, your business, your area as well. Because the way you run your business may be slightly different. If you were 300 Ks down the road in Melbourne, it would be different.
It would be 100%.
You've got to work out what works for you in your area.
Yep.
I think that's really important.
Definitely.
It's really funny you say that because we've had a few debates and I'm just like, why would you do it like that? It's like, what are you doing? So it is true. Yeah. It's what works for you, works for you.
I was just interested as well, Lauren. I remember coming out of when we did your podcast last year, which is coming up to almost 12 months ago now. Yeah, when we did that, I remember being in that, like thinking of how positive you were and how the team was at Six Star. Do you get when you were on site today, did you get similar vibes with Peak today? Like, is that?
Absolutely. And I thought that we have a whole department built around that, wellness, community and environment. And that's how we implement that into our business. But it was kind of like looking in the mirror.
How good.
This is really cool. Yeah. And it's good to see it in a male crew. I mean, our office is 90% of us are female, so it's all very happy-go-lucky. But it's good to see that it's happening in other businesses as well.
Hey, guys can do it too.
Absolutely. But like we always say, the happier your employees are, the more that we're going to put in work. Like I sometimes do 12-hour days, and I go home and I jump on my laptop straight away. I do it because I love it.
Make sure you plug your car in first.
Plug my car in first, yes. But that's why Six Star is so successful, because our employees are so happy. We want to do it. Yeah.
Very good.
I love my friends, but sometimes I'm like, oh, actually, no, I'm going to go work instead.
Sorry, I love work more than you.
but I have those moments all the time. I'm like, oh, I actually would rather be working right now. I say it all the time. And like, even with Josh, sometimes like I'll finish Six Star and I'll go jump on the tools with him, or after trade school on a Saturday, I'll finish that, then I'll go jump on the tools. And it's like, I do it because you love it. Yeah. Yeah, it's a good culture. So
that's good.
Very lucky.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
All right, cool. I reckon we're getting towards the end now. Anything else we want to cover? We haven't covered that much in the industry, but I think everyone's just rebated out and there's a lot of stuff happening. And things like...
I guess congratulations to everyone. I don't even know the date today, but what are we, July 10th or 12th or something?
11th, yeah.
11th, and well done to everyone.
For getting 10 days into the rebate.
10 days into the rebate. I've seen there's a few accepted claims, so that's really good.
Yeah, good. That's good news.
That's right.
Well done to everyone out there doing that. Keep it up. Keep raising the bar.
That's a shout out to all the aggregators there.
Yeah,
realistically.
Well.
Really good by the aggregators.
Yep, good by the aggregators.
Awesome.
Yep.
And everyone taking the right selfies, that means.
Yes, plenty of selfies. I was actually just going to quickly touch on this. We are in Six Star Plus is in the best position because...
Oh, you tell me this.
Yeah. So we've rolled out maybe 3 or 4 battery jobs now, but it just does not affect us at all because it's stage 1 and stage 2 installs. So we are not having any issues with stock and availability. It's been awesome.
Hey, don't tell everyone your secret. Everyone's going to go into this like the new builds, and then you're going to have so much competition now because everyone's going to be like, well, we don't have stock issues if we do stage 1, stage 2.
Well, you know what I say? Let them try being.
Let them. Let them.
Is this following into the problem where, like you said before, Pat, if you go to a job that has a battery expansion where it's already existing, you can do the inspection in half an hour. Yeah. Imagine how quick the install can happen. Yeah. Because we're meant to stay on site, check in an hour, check it, middle check, hour again. check out.
There's certainly issues with
And
that.
we can't change that at the moment. Like our aggregator,
that's got to change.
our aggregator said, it's not worth the risk.
No, look at the moment, I think, and that's the safe place to be.
100%.
Right? Yeah. And I think that's the right thing from their point of view to say that. Surely there's going to be some leniency with the CEO once they see that, okay, there's exceptions to the rule. Things are a little bit different. It's got to be. There's got to be flexibility. I think they've shown they can be pretty flexible. There's been some stuff. There's been some communication came out. I know Ria put something on Cutter's page, which had some really good info about the number of installs you can do, and there was a few clarifications and that sort of stuff. I think that's been really good.
Yeah, especially like the battery expansion. It was unknown till like 2 days ago that could we added a battery to an existing stack, and we didn't know. It was said no, but we weren't sure, and now it's clarified we can. So you are right. They are coming. Yeah, they are helping out.
I think they will move with this. Just be careful. I think there's going to be a few surprises as well. I wouldn't just go in, assume it's all going to be what you think it's going to be. I think you just need to proceed with caution with this sort of stuff.
Just take all your selfies, all your photos, back your selfie, and
for sure. Yeah, absolutely. Got to give a plug as well. Joe won't forgive me. We got another course released. So So we've now got one on battery defects. So that's now live to all subscribers. We've been trying to get that out for a while. There's a little bit of a delay getting it out, but no, SAA have been really good getting that done. And in the meantime, we're about to have one on labeling as well. So this is on PV labeling, unfortunately.
Where's the battery, mate?
Yeah, it's coming. It's coming. The battery labeling's probably the next one we're going to do. Started working on that. It's just, these things take time,
Of course.
bit of effort, and so that's coming next. So battery labeling. So a lot of people talk about labeling and whether it's right or wrong. I can't wait to see what flack I'm going to get off this going, we don't need this label. This is bullshit. Why have we got so many labels? Why doesn't your toxic fumes label have a skull and crossbones on it? This is bullshit. I can't wait for all of that. Anyway, come on, everyone. Go your hardest. Have a crack.
Where's your edge protection?
For what, for me?
Yeah,
where's my edge protection? Yeah.
Where's your gloves?
I'm going to hear that. Yeah, well, hey.
Where's your gloves?
When we're in a training environment, it's fine.
It's all good.
Hey, if you see our last video where I did it live. Yeah. And that was, I was wearing gloves and, the outrigger gloves as well. I was waiting on someone to say something because I was wearing these GSES sunnies and I wasn't wearing eye protection. I was waiting for someone to say something. Who wants to have a crack at me? Come on, go your hardest.
Go on.
You gotta get you.
Have a go. Anyway, we did a JSA for it, so it's all good. Anyway. All right, I think we're about to wrap things up here. All right, thanks for coming on, Justin. It's been really good, good episode, insightful. I really enjoyed this last part where you spoke about your the business coaching that you've done and what you've learned. I think that's really good. A lot of listeners will take something in that.
Yep.
And obviously it's been a big part of your success, the way you treat your customers, the way you treat your staff.
Yep. Clients. Got him. There you go. Got him.
There you go. That's right. Yeah. What should I be called? What do I call installers? Are they clients or customers?
Well, if you inspect for them, they're clients.
They're clients.
Well, that's something.
Yeah. You want them to be ongoing. You want them to keep coming back.
Some of them, yeah.
Yeah. Yes. Some.
Depends.
Yeah. No, absolutely. Or maybe I'll use that. I've got a slightly different business model to you, but yeah. All right. Cool. Do you have any last words, Justin? Or are you pretty?
No.
Covered a lot of stuff today.
I appreciate you having me on.
Yeah, for sure. No, thanks for hosting.
Great.
Thanks for hosting us in your house too. Yeah, we didn't mention that. We're in your house. It's great. Great little setup we got here.
Yeah, it's awesome.
Artie's here. The cat.
Yes.
Oh, the cat. Yeah, we haven't eaten.
You can make a feature. I might just pull him over.
Get him on video.
Oh, very good. All right. Well, Lauren, we've got another one we're doing today.
Yes.
And it's going to be a bit of fun.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah. It's been a good episode, and hopefully people have learned some stuff about, not just about Justin, but about doing business stuff, about merit points. Did we cover anything else? We just mouthed off at everyone today.
Inspections, New South Wales, mandatory. There we go, mate.
That's just standard for me.
I'm on your side, mate. We're doing it.
We need like a South Wales bingo.
Yeah.
What's it?
We do.
Which
one are we going to? Yeah, for sure. We're going to hit them every episode. All right, everyone. Well, thanks for listening. I don't usually say this, but let's like, subscribe, and on the socials. Is that right?
Yeah. Okay.
I don't know.
Cool.
I don't know, all the other podcasts say that. So I'm like,
Okay.
even like George is saying it now
Why not?
on his podcast. He got his second
and well
episode
done to
out.
George, second episode.
Yeah, I like that.
Smashed
Sorry, I
it.
just wanted to, before we go, I know we're starting to drag a little bit, but that last episode with Thornton,
Yes.
I really enjoyed that. And George really liked it how he brought in a client.
A client, yes.
Hey.
He brought in a client and they spoke about some stuff which it was really, really simple stuff, but it's amazing that we get so removed from things in the solar industry sometimes that sometimes you don't know what other people don't know or don't understand. And sometimes people will know things and you need to tailor the conversation as to how you sell it to them to get the right outcome. And he did that beautifully. If you have a listen to that podcast, I can't remember what her name was, some lady down in Tassie selling to her with the catch power system. And yeah, Thornton was quite taken back as well, going, "Oh, I'm normally just selling to installers." And she was like,
Yeah.
I think she had warmed her heart, she said, to see what it actually feels like to see these clients and how they are feeling. It was cool. Have a listen.
Okay, I will.
Yeah, looking forward to the next one, George. You set the bar pretty high. You better not drop down now. We're good start.
Yeah,
So
2 legends from Catch, so
yeah, absolutely.
awesome.
Who's next? Kathleen?
You, Pat.
No, I don't know. Well, maybe I'll go down there and do one, but yeah, I don't know. We'll see.
We'll see. Work in progress.
Yeah, absolutely. All right. Well, thanks again, Justin. It's Justin Lewis from Peak Energy. Sorry, Peak Energy. Is that right?
Group. Close.
Seriously,
Peak Group.
Peak
Nah.
Group.
Oh,
Peak Energy
Sorry,
Group.
Energy Group. Oh,
oh, there you go. You got it.
Peak Energy Group. All right. Well, thanks again, Justin, for coming on.
Thanks for having me.
No worries. Been a great episode, and we'll see you all on the next episode. Thank you all very much.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.